Hello folks. So in this video I wanted to talk about various reasons why people work, right? This could be anything, like people could be working for, say, just money. Like, it doesn't matter what changes, even if they are disrespected at their workplace, if their manager or boss or leader or the leadership is very bad, is very rude, they'll just work for the money, right? Probably some people will have ideas like, I'll work for the money because I want the money to, say, start up my own company, right? Maybe the pay is really good, the salary is really good, so they will endure anything and everything probably, right? So tight deadlines and whatnot, right? And even bad behavior by colleagues or whoever, right? So some people might work for, say, the company because the company's ambition is great, the company's vision is great, the company's working is great, right? Some people might work for the only reason that the people at the company are great. Maybe the people in their team is great, right? The people in their team are great, so they want to work there. So you need to understand why people work at a given place or in a given institution, in a given company, or why people do things, right? Because, for example, let's say you are a company, and if you don't know this, let's say, for example, for many people in your company, the reason to work is because work there in your company is because a lot of the people in the company are great. Say their behavior is great, they are kind, they are smart, right? They are sharing their knowledge, they are learning a lot of things. So people like these set of people who are inspiring and motivating. Now let's say your company does something that pisses off all these people who are actually motivating and inspiring to others, right? And when these people start leaving, the people who stayed in your company for these people, the motivating people, the people who inspired them, when the people who motivated them leaves the company, they're like, well, I stayed here because of these people, my colleagues or my leaders or my friends over here who were great, who were inspiring me, who were motivating me. But the moment they left, now it just doesn't make sense, right? For example, I know a lot of people who join a company together around the same time, right? They don't know each other, but they join the company around the same time. They become friends, they become really thick friends, close friends. They become so close that once one of the people leaves the company, the other person is probably thinking, maybe I should leave because now it's boring because I don't have my partner, right, who was always with me. We used to hang out and whatnot, but now they have actually gone to a different company or whatever. Now I also want to actually move to a different company, maybe the same company they went to or something else, because now it just doesn't make sense to be here for some reason, right? So people need to understand why people do some things. Especially companies need to understand, for example, why people work at their company, so that they can ensure that when some people leave their company, they understand the reason. It's possible that a lot of people will leave the company when, say, inspiring and motivating people leave the company, right? Because, well, a lot of people stayed because of the inspiring and motivating people, right? So you need to understand the assets of your company and ensure that you don't have a lot of people leaving all at once because of some mistake of yours, right? But then, yeah, at least if you know beforehand, you will at least be able to predict, okay, if these set of people leave, a lot of other people will also leave. At least if you are aware of that, well, you will be in a good position because you will at least be able to gauge that, okay, the prediction for attrition is this for this quarter or this month, and we have to start hiring more people because a lot of people are going to leave, right? You will be able to know it way before in advance because you already know how people think, why people work, why people do things that they do, right? So, and this can be true for even not just companies, for anything, but basically when you know how people work, why people do things, why people work, or why people, you know, have some behaviors, do some behaviors, or do some things, what makes them wake up every day in the morning from their bed and do things, well, what keeps them going, what keeps them ticking. If you know that, well, you know a lot about them to be able to understand how to actually help them, support them, please them, and whatnot. So yeah, and of course you can also do evil stuff, but I wouldn't recommend that, because then people will ensure that you never know anything about them if you do evil stuff and you know, use their vulnerabilities and information against them. So yeah, that's all I had for this video, talking about how it's important to understand why people do things that they do. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.